Today we will be reading about access opening in maxillary central incisors. First we will do the removal of all carious tooth structure. Carious structure could be enamel or dentine or both. And now we will try to conserve the sound tooth structure as much as we can. Now we will do the complete deroofing of the pulp chamber in order to gain access to the floor of the pulp chamber. Now the removal of coronal pulp tissue, that is vital and necrotic, and after the removal of coronal pulp tissue we will gain access to the root canal orifices, and we will gain direct straight line access to the root canal from the root canal orifice up to the apical foramen, and we will approach from the palatal portion of the maxillary central incisor. We will be using number 4 round burr to give a ditch in the central portion of the palatal surface of the maxillary central incisor, and the shape of the access opening of the maxillary central incisor is triangular in shape, and it follows the anatomy of the pulp chamber of the coronal portion of the tooth, that is the coronal pulp tissue or coronal pulp structure. And once we have invade the enamel and dentine portion of the tooth, and we have gained access to the roof of the pulp chamber, we should try to move the number 4 round burr in a parallel direction towards the tooth. We have initiated from the perpendicular direction and will move parallel to the tooth structure, and now we have tried to remove the coronal pulp structure, and now the complete we have removed the necrotic and vital pulp tissue as much as we can, and now we'll use the Gates Cleiden drill to enlarge the coronal portion of the pulp to gain a better access towards the root canal. And once the complete removal of the necrotic and vital pulp structure has happened, we will gain direct access up to the apical foramen from the endodontic explorer. We will use a endodontic explorer to gain access up to to gain straight line access up to the root canal, up to the apical foramen. And this is the complete removal of the pulp structure from the coronal and radicular portion of the tooth.